Here's how I ran the Austin Marathon in 3 hours and 34 minutes. If you implement these 5 strategies, then I promise you, you will shave off 5, 10, all the way up to 20 minutes off of your previous marathon time. Okay, so number 1 is the morning of the race. Number 1, morning of the race. Now, what's most important is that you get a good, high quality breakfast in that consists of carbs and electrolytes. So, what I like to eat is oatmeal. I'll eat about a cup of oatmeal, I'll eat a banana, and then I'll drink a bunch of Body Armor or Gatorade or even Prime so I get my electrolytes in, because it's very important that you have the energy and that you have the electrolytes in your system so you do not cramp up or run out of energy on your race. Okay, so number 2 is the mindset before the race, right? Number 2, mindset before the race. Now, it's common that you'll be nervous or you'll be excited. Now, I try to stay calm, cool, and collected. The best athletes before big games, all of them are very calm, cool, and collected. If you watch the NFL, the quarterbacks, the Tom Brady's, the Aaron Rodgers, all of them are very calm, cool, and collected, and that is the best way to approach running a marathon. You'll see a lot of people taking selfies, smiling, laughing. I don't do any of that. I stay nice, calm, cool, and collected. For me, I'm all about staying focused and playing to win, right? For me, it's competition to me. I want to win. I stay focused. I don't do any of the other antics. What all these other people are doing, just stay focused, stay locked in, stay calm, cool, and collected, because that is the mindset needed to run a marathon at a 3 hour and 30-minute pace. Okay, so now that the race has actually started, this leads me to point number 3, and that is having a pacing strategy. Number 3 is pacing. Okay, 26.2 miles is a very far distance. If you start out too fast, guns blazing, you're gonna crash and burn, and the last handful of miles will be miserable, or you have to walk it. You don't wanna do that. And on the flip side, if you run too slow, then you'll be out there for 5, 6, 7 hours. You're not gonna hit your time goal. And so you gotta have the right pacing strategy. What I do is what I call a quote unquote time bank, meaning the first half of the race is faster than the second half of the race. And I'll give you an example. I ran the Austin Marathon 2 days ago, and my exact strategy was the first 13 miles were all under an 8-minute pace. And what that enabled us to do was use the last 13 miles to run a little bit slower, kind of cruise through it, because you're not going to be able to pick up the pace and run your fastest miles at the end of the race. You'll be too tired. You might be cramping up, you'll be sore, and you'll just be mentally and physically fatigued. And so the best thing you can do is push the pace a little bit faster in the beginning, especially that first half of the race, and so you can run a bit slower on the second half of the race. And if you can do that, then you'll put yourself in the best chance of being able to hit your time goal that you want. Okay, so on the actual race, there will be aid stations, water stations, just about every single mile. This leads me to point number 4, which is the water stations. Water. Okay, so the strategy for the water station is you want to grab water and electrolytes at every single station. If that's every mile, grab it every mile. If it's in the beginning of the race, you'll notice it's every 2 miles, every 3 miles. The point is you want to grab water and electrolytes at every single station. Even if you're not thirsty, you want to grab the water, and it's not, you don't have to drink the entire thing. Like, I'll just take 1 sip or 2 sips of it and then throw the rest of it. But it's very important that you grab the water and then grab your electrolytes throughout the entire race, because the last thing you want to do is get towards the end of the race and be dehydrated and start cramping up. So make sure you grab your water and your electrolytes. And as a bonus, if your race organizers do hand out gels or goo, make sure to grab those and take those when you get them, because those do come in handy. So make sure that you grab your water, your electrolytes, and gels when they become available to you. Okay, so I saved the best for last. This is the most important strategy, and this is your mindset on the race. Number 5, mindset. All your training, all your running, lifting, nutrition, everything you did prior, None of that matters if you do not have the right mindset on your race. 26.2 miles is very far. If you don't have that gladiator, that blue collar, just relentless mindset, then you're not going to perform well on your race. And so it's very important that you have a ambitious, relentless, no matter what happens to you, just keep pushing through mindset, because things will happen. You will be sore. You will be tired. You will start to cramp up. You may get dehydrated. You'll be in pain, and you have to be able to persevere and push through the pain. That is the only way you will be able to run anywhere close to a 3 hour and 30-minute marathon. So the way you do it, there's a few things I do. Number one is I'll listen to a lot of motivational songs or rock and roll music while I'm running, some Eminem, some AC/DC. That will hype me up. That will keep me going. And that really helps. But number two, which I think is a bit more important, it's a cliche definitely, is your why. Why are you doing it? What is the reason you are running? For me, I want to prove myself right, and I want to prove to other people what is possible. And so over and over and over again, I would tell myself, why am I running? I would ask myself that, and I would keep reminding myself who I'm doing it for, what I'm trying to prove, and just giving myself that a little bit of motivation, a little bit of energy to keep on running. And then another reason, and number three, is I learned this from David Goggins. He talks about it in his book, have a one-step mentality. Throughout the entire race, you will be tired and fatigued, and you have to be able to keep going. And so one of the concepts that he teaches is one more step. No matter how tired you are or in pain, you can always take one more step. And so what I would remind myself is, and I would ask myself is, can I take one more step? If the answer was yes, I would take one more step. Can I take one more step? If the answer is yes, I would take one more step. And I would say that over and over and over again. And if the answer was yes, I would keep running no matter how much pain I was in. I remember I ran the Austin Marathon literally 2 days ago, and my left hamstring was in pain for about 15 miles. And literally every probably 5 minutes, I would ask myself, can I take one more step? Yes. Can I take one more step? Yes. And I would keep saying that over and over and over again, and I would just keep on moving forward. And so that's the mindset you have to have. You have to be able to persevere. You have to be relentless. And you have to be able to push through the pain and the fatigue, because the things will go wrong. It's not going to be an easy race. It's very difficult. Less than 1% of the population has done it. So you have to have that mindset of a gladiator mindset of just keep on pushing. And if you want me to break down my training of exactly how I prepared the months prior to running a 3:34 marathon, let me know in the comment section. I can make a video about that. But if you do implement these 5 strategies that I just talked about, you will shave off 5, 10, all the way up to 20 minutes to your marathon time, because that's what happened to me. When I ran my first marathon, I finished in 3 hours and 53 minutes. And now I just ran a 3:34. So these exact strategies, plus the right proper training and nutrition, you can run and shave off 20 minutes to your marathon time.